Go for it.
Now the serpent was more crafty than any other beast of the field that the Lord God had made. He said to the woman,
Did God actually say, "You shall not eat of any tree in the garden"?
We may eat of the fruit of the trees that are in the garden. But God said, "You shall not eat of the fruit of the tree that is in the midst of the garden. Neither shall you touch it, lest you die."
You will not surely die. For God knows that when you eat of it, your eyes will be opened, and you will be like God, knowing good and evil.
So when the woman saw that the tree was good for food, and that it was a delight to the eyes, and that it was desired to make one wise, she took of its fruit and ate. And she also gave some to her
Remember, you
husband.
walk down the front and meet him, and then you meet her center stage. Ivan. There you go. So y'all are in front of the boxes. Downstairs. There you go. Right in the middle. There you go. Perfect.
She also gave some to her husband, who was with her, and he ate. Then their eyes both of them were opened, and they knew that they were naked. And so they sewed fig leaves together and made themselves loincloths. And they heard the sound of the Lord God walking in the garden in the cool of the day. And the man and his wife hid themselves from the presence of the Lord God among the trees of the garden. But the Lord God called to the man and said to him,
Where are you? Have you eaten the tree which I commanded?
I heard the sound of you in the garden, and I was afraid because I was naked, and I hid myself.
Who told you that you were naked? Have you eaten of the tree of which I commanded you not to eat?
The woman whom you gave to be with me, she gave me the fruit of the tree, and I ate.
What is this that you have done?
The serpent deceived me, and I ate.
the Lord God said to the serpent,
Come down a little further down, Steve. There you go.
Because you have done this, cursed are you, above all livestock, and above all beasts of the field. On your belly you shall go, in dust you shall eat all the days of your life. I will put enmity between you and the woman, and between your seed and her seed. He shall bruise your head, and you shall bruise his heel.
And Ivan, go ahead and go over to the
Yep.
There.
to the woman he said,
I will surely multiply your pain in childbirth.
And then that's when you pull that down. I know this is the new part.
Oh, I'm supposed to do that? Okay. In pain, you will bring forth children. Your desire shall be contrary to your husband, but he shall rule over you. Cursed.
and to Adam he said,
Because you have listened to the voice of your wife, and have eaten of the tree of which I commanded you, you shall not eat of it. Cursed. Cursed is the ground because of it. In pain you shall eat of it all the days of your life. Thorns and thistles it shall bring forth for you. You shall eat the plants of the field. By the sweat of your face you shall eat the bread, till you return to the ground. For out of it you were taken, for you are dust, and to dust you shall return.
Then the Lord God said,
The Lord God sent him
Behold,
out from the Garden of Eden.
the man has become like one of us in knowing good and evil. Now lest he reach out his hand and take also of the tree of life, and eat and live forever.
Therefore the Lord God sent him out from the Garden of Eden to work on the ground from which he was taken. He drove the man at the east of the Garden of Eden, placed the cherubim and a flaming sword that turned every way to guard the way to the tree of life.
In those days, there was no king in Israel. Everyone did what was right in his own eyes.
There's a famine in the land.
And the man of
We'll have
Bethlehem
a
went to
transition
the
and
country of Moab.
In the days when the judges ruled,
In those days, there was no king in Israel. Everyone did what was right in his own eyes.
there was a famine in the land.
And a man of Bethlehem in Judah went to sojourn in the country of Moab. He and his wife and his 2 sons. The name of the man was
and
Elimelech.
you exit right away. Oh, yes, right.
And the name of his wife, Ale.
They went into the country of Moab, and remained there.
But Elimelech, the husband of Naomi, died, and she was left
the names of his 2
And
sons
you enter with Boaz there, Ivan.
Those took Moabite
were
wives. The
Mahlon
name of the
and
one
Chilion.
was Orpah,
They were
and the name of the
Ephrathites from
other
Bethlehem and
Ruth.
Judah.
They lived there about
They
10
went into the
years.
country of Moab and remained there.
Mahlon and Chilion died, so that the
But
Lord
Elimelech, the husband of Naomi, died. And she was left with her 2 sons. Sorry.
Returned from the country of Moab.
These took Moabite wives. The name of the one was Orpah, and the name of the other Ruth. They lived there about 10 years.
And both Mahlon and Chilion died, so that the woman was left without her 2 sons.
And they went on their way to return to the land.
And we have the childless.
But Naomi said to her
Yep.
daughters,
Then she arose with her daughters-in-law to return from the country of Moab. For she had heard in the fields of Moab that the Lord had visited his people and given them food.
then she kissed them, and they lifted up their voices and wept.
Ivan, you enter upstage right, and then remember you cross.
So she set out from the place where she was.
turn the famine to harvest.
Oh,
Column
yeah,
A. Heard that there was food. And
Set
then
out from the place where she was, her 2 daughters-in-law. And they went on the way to return to the land of Judah. But Naomi said to her 2 daughters-in-law,
Go.
Sorry, remember you're supposed to kind of start crossing this way, and then you turn. For they set out from the land, blah blah blah.
I don't think I heard that.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
Oh,
Whenever
this
it's
way. I do
yeah.
that, sorry.
No, you're good.
They lifted up their voices and wept.
Okay.
And Orpah kissed her.
So let's just take it back from your line, Ivan.
But Ruth clung to her, and she said,
see, your sister-in-law has gone back to her people.
So you come in, you turn the
Yeah.
harvest on
She
her
started
line.
out.
Yeah, go ahead, dude.
So she set out from the place where she was, with her 2 daughters-in-law. And they went on the way to return to the land of Judah. But Naomi said to her 2 daughters-in-law,
Go, each of you, return to your mother's house. May the Lord deal kindly with you as you have dealt with the dead and with me. The Lord grant that you may find rest, each of you, in the house of her husband.
Then she kissed them, and they lifted up their voices and wept. And they said to her,
No, we will return with you to
and
your
when
people.
Naomi saw that she was determined to go with her, she said,
Oh, I see. Turn back, my daughters. Why will you go with me? Have I yet sons in my womb that they may become your husbands?
Turn back, my daughters, go your way, for I am too old to have a husband. If I should say I have hope, even if I should have a husband this night and should bear sons, would you therefore wait until they are grown? Would you therefore refrain from marrying? No, my daughters, for it is exceedingly bitter for me, for your sake, that the hand of the Lord has gone out against me.
So Naomi
Then they lifted up their voices and wept
the
again.
Moabite, her
And
daughter-in-law,
Orpah kissed her mother-in-law.
who returned from the
But
country of Moab.
Ruth clung to her, and she said,
At the beginning of barley harvest.
You too then.
Your sister-in-law has gone back to, I thought we were doing-
It's okay.
Your sister-in-law has gone back to her people and her gods. Return after your sister-in-law.
Do not urge me to leave you or to return from following you. For where you go, I will go, and where you lodge, I will lodge. Your people will be my people, and your God my God. Where you die, I will die, and there I will be buried. Gods do so to me, and even more, if
So she
anything,
set out
but
and
death
went
parts
and
me
gleaned in the
from
field
you.
after
Oh,
the
but
wheat.
basically, got
And
it.
And when Naomi saw that she was determined to go, she said,
It was the clan of
So the 2 of them went on until they came to Bethlehem.
Boaz came from Bethlehem.
And when they came to Bethlehem, the whole town was stirred because of them. And the women said,
Then Boaz said to his young man who was in charge of the Is this Naomi?
Do not call me Naomi. Call me Mara. Wait, this is too fast.
Yeah, we can slow
I'm
down.
lost.
So y'all
All
will
right.
exit, and then you just come right back in, and then you
Yeah.
kind of meet at the well.
Right here?
Yeah.
Okay. Strong cross it down right is what I.
And so this is, you have that whole monologue, and then at the end of it is where you take Ruth, and y'all cross downstairs, right?
Okay. Do not call me Naomi. Call me Mara, for the Almighty has dealt very bitterly with me. I went away full,
Then
and the
Boaz
Lord
said
has
to
brought
Ruth,
me back empty. Why call me Naomi, when the Lord has testified against me, and the Almighty has brought calamity upon me?
So Naomi returned, and Ruth the Moabite, her daughter-in-law, with her, who returned from the country of Moab. And they came to Bethlehem at the beginning of barley harvest.
Now, Naomi had a relative of her husband's, a worthy man of the clan of Elimelech, whose name was Boaz. And Ruth the Moabite said to Naomi,
Let me go tell her face.
oh yeah, sorry, I forgot.
Yeah.
And said to him,
I glean among the ears of grain. After him and whose sight I shall find favor.
you should take notice
Go,
of
my
me,
daughter.
since I am a foreigner.
All that you have
Sorry, hold on. How's the line?
Reverse 3, page 7. So she set out.
So
Okay, so she set out from the place where she, no. So she, what is this? So she set out and went and gleaned in the field after the reapers. And she happened to come to the part of the field belonging to Boaz, who was of the clan of Elimelech.
And behold, Boaz came from Bethlehem and said to the reapers,
The Lord be with you.
and they answered,
The Lord bless you.
Or but just make sure you're overseeing by a little bit.
Okay. Then Boaz said to his young man who was in charge of the reapers,
Whose young woman is this?
She is the young Moabite woman who came back from the country of Moab, who came back from Naomi from the country of Moab. She said, please let me glean and gather among the sheaves after the reapers. So she came, and she has continued since early morning until now, except for a short rest.
Then Boaz said to Ruth,
Now listen, my daughter. Do not glean in another field, or leave this one. But keep close to my young women. Let your eyes be on the field that they are reaping, and go after them. Have I not charged the young men not to touch you? And when you are thirsty, go to the water vessels and drink the water that the young men have drawn.
and she fell on her face, bowing to the ground, and said to him,
Why have I found favor in your eyes that you should take notice of me, since I am a foreigner?
All that you have done, mother-in-law, since the death of your husband has been fully told, and how you left your father and mother in your native land and came to a people that you did not know before. The Lord repay you for what you have done, and a full reward be given to you by the Lord, the God of Israel, under whose wings you have come to take refuge.
I have found favor in your eyes, my lord, for you have comforted me and spoken kindly to your servant, though I am not one of your servants.
and at mealtime Boaz said to her,
You book it and sit with your back to the audience. Yeah, there you go.
Come here. I need some bread. Dip your morsel in the wine.
So she sat beside the reapers, and he passed to her roasted grain, and she ate until she was satisfied, and she had some left over. When she rose to glean, Boaz instructed
You
his
book it
young
over
men,
here.
saying,
Yeah.
Then Naomi, her mother-in-law, said to her,
Let her glean, even among the sheaves. Do not rebuke her. And also, pull out some from the bundles for her, even for her to glean. And do not rebuke her.
So she gleaned in the field until evening. Then she beat out what she had gleaned, and it was about an ephah of barley.
And she took it up and went into the city. Her mother-in-law saw what she gleaned, and she also brought out and gave her what food she had left over after being satisfied.
Ruth, you still have it. Oh wait, sorry, wrong part. You're good.
And her mother-in-law said to her,
Where did you eat today? And where have you worked? Blessed be the man who took notice of you.
she told her mother-in-law with whom she had worked, and said,
The man whose name I worked today is Boaz.
May he be blessed by the Lord, whose kindness has not forgotten the living and the dead. The man is a close relative of ours, one of our redeemers.
and Ruth the Moabite said,
Besides, he said to me, you shall keep close by my young men until they finish all my harvest.
It is good, my daughter, that you go out with these young women, lest in another field you be assaulted.
So she kept close to the young women of Boaz, gleaning until the end of the barley and wheat harvests. And she lived with her mother-in-law.
Then Naomi, her mother-in-law, said
Exit
to
that
her,
way.
My daughter, should I not seek rest for you, that it may be well with you? Is not Boaz our relative, with whose young women you were? See, he is winnowing barley tonight at the threshing floor. Wash, therefore, and anoint yourself, and put on your cloak and go down to the threshing floor. But do not make yourself known to the man until he has finished eating and drinking. But when he lies down, observe the place where he lies, then go, uncover his feet, and lie down. He will tell you what to do.
All that you say, I will do.
So she went down to the threshing floor and did just as her mother-in-law had commanded her.
And when Boaz had eaten and drunk, and his heart was merry, he went to lie down at the end of the heap of grain. Then she came softly and uncovered his feet and lay down. At midnight, the man was starved, and he turned over, and behold, a woman lay at his feet. He said,
Who are you?
I am Ruth, your servant. Spread your wings over me, for you are a redeemer.
May the Lord bless you, my daughter. You have made this last kindness greater than the first, and that you have not gone after young men, whether poor or rich. And now, my daughter, do not fear. I will do for you all that you ask. For all my fellow townsmen know that you are a worthy woman. And now, it is true that I am a redeemer. Yet there is a redeemer nearer than I. Remain tonight, and in the morning he will redeem you. Good, let him do it. But if he will not redeem you, then as the Lord lives, I will redeem you.
And he turned aside.
Lie down.
Yeah, I was gonna say, so you guys are supposed to stand up a little bit before that.
Yeah.
That way you can tell her to lay down. Cool. Alright, let's keep going.
So she lay at his feet until morning, but arose before one could recognize her.
No.
So she lay at his feet
And that's to the audience. So you're down here.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
I know, yeah.
You're good. Alright, so say the whole thing to the audience.
Yep. So she lay at his feet until morning, but arose before one could recognize another. And he said,
Let it not be known that a woman has come to the threshing floor.
And he
Bring the
said,
garment you are wearing and hold it out.
so she held it.
Then Boaz
And he
said,
measured out 6 measures of barley and put it on. Then she went into the city.
And yeah, you come on in for us.
and when she came to her mother-in-law, she said,
How did you fare, my daughter?
now this was the custom in former times. She told her all that her man had done for her, saying,
For he said to me, you must not go empty-handed to
This
your
was the
mother-in-law.
manner of a
Wait,
testing in
my
Israel.
daughter, until you
So
learn how the
Redeemer
matter
said to
turns out,
Boaz,
for the
"Pay
man
it for
will not
yourself."
rest, but will settle the matter today.
And Boaz said to the elders, now Boaz had gone up to the gate and sat down there. And behold, the Redeemer of whom Boaz had spoken came by. So Boaz said,
Friend, turn aside, friend. Sit down.
and he turned aside and sat down. And he took 10 men of the elders of the city and said,
Sit down.
so they sat down. Then he said to the Redeemer, and all the people who were
Naomi,
and the elders said,
who's come back from the country of Moab, is selling the parcel of land that belonged to our relative, Elimelech. So, I thought I would tell you of it and say, buy it. In the presence of those sitting here, in the presence of the elders of my people, you will redeem it. Redeem it. But if you will not, tell me, that I may know, for there is no one beside you to redeem it, and I come after
so
you.
Boaz took and he said, she became his wife.
I will redeem it.
Then Boaz said,
The day you buy the field from the hand of Naomi, you also acquire Ruth the Moabite, the widow of the dead, in order to perpetuate the name of the dead in his inheritance.
who has not left you this day without a redeemer? May his name be renowned.
I cannot redeem it for myself, lest I impair my own inheritance.
And in your sure
Take my right of redemption yourself, for I cannot redeem it.
Now this was the custom in Israel in former times, concerning redeeming and exchanging.
Nice and
To
slow.
confirm a transaction, the one drew off his sandal and gave it to the other. And this was the manner of a
Boaz, you'd be
testing
able
in
to
Israel.
kind of follow him
So
off.
when the Redeemer
And
said
kind
to
of
Boaz,
taking the fact that this is
"Buy it
done
for
deal,
yourself,"
put it to really
he drew off
find
his
ways to
sandal.
fill that space.
Then Boaz said to the elders and all the people,
You are my witnesses this day, that I have bought from the hand of Naomi all that belonged to Elimelech, and all that belonged to Kilian and Mahlon, and also Ruth, the Moabite, the widow of Mahlon, I have bought to be my wife to perpetuate the name of the dead in his inheritance, that the name of the dead may not be cut off from among his brothers, and from the gate of his native place. You are my witnesses.
Then all the people who were at the gate and the elders said,
We are witnesses. May the Lord make the woman who's coming into your house, like Rachel and Leah.
And y'all push up stage, yeah, there you go.
Who together built up the house of Israel. May you act worthily in Ephrathah, and be renowned in Bethlehem. And may your house be like the house of Perez, whom Tamar bore to Judah, because of the offspring that the Lord will give to you by this young woman.
So Boaz took Ruth, and she became his wife.
And he went into her, and the Lord gave her conception, and she bore a son. Ding!
Can you open up on that ding, Orpah?
Then the woman said to
Sweet
Naomi,
baby. Open up the other way.
Right, I got it.
There you go.
Then the woman said to Naomi, Blessed be the Lord, who has not left you this day without a redeemer, and may his name be renowned in Israel. He shall be to you a restorer of life, and a nourisher of your old age. For your daughter-in-law who loves you, who is more to you than 7 sons, has given birth to him.
Then Naomi took the child.
You guys stay there, Ivan, for this part.
Oh, okay.
You don't cross until
Yeah, okay.
Orpah's
All right.
done.
Gotcha. Then Naomi took the child and laid him on her lap and became his nurse. And the women of the neighborhood said, gave him a name, saying,
A son has been born to Naomi.
That's when you cross.
they named him. He was the father of Jesse, the father of David.
And David was the father of Solomon, the father of Rehoboam, the father of Abijah, the father of Asaph, the father of Jehoshaphat,
the father of Jerome, the father of Uzziah, the father of Jotham, the father of Ahaz,
The father of
Hezekiah,
the father of Manasseh, the father of Amos, the father of Josiah, the father of Jeconiah,
The father of Shealtiel, the father of Zerubbabel, the father of Abiud, the father of Eliakim, the father of Azor, the father of Eliud,
the father of Elizar, the father of Mathan, the father of Jacob, the father of Joseph, the husband of Mary, of whom Jesus is born, who is called Christ.
Yay!